For this V11 drive, I'm going to average mode. Coming into the stop sign, a little bit jerky and not very smooth. You see the car veered off to the right a little bit. Now, after this red car passes, it should make this left and go. Instead, it's going to sit here and wait, and I got a car up the left. It's very timid here, wants to creep out, doesn't want to go, still hanging back. Finally, I'm going to hit the accelerator here and force it through. Not a great start. Next, we're going to have a unprotected left. Now, I can see there's no traffic behind this car. Maybe my car can't. Finally, I'm going to hit the accelerator because it's just not wanting to move. Again, being a little timid there. Pop on the highway for a little single stack driving. Good acceleration on the on-ramp. We'll run into a couple of issues here. The first one is I wish the car would go into the left lane much sooner instead of just waiting to the very end and running out of real estate here on the right. Go over to the left now. No reason to run this out. As soon as it makes the decision, it's going to go immediately into the left passing lane. So I have a car probably 10 lengths behind me. So I'm going to push the stalk and force the car over into the right lane. Kind of odd behavior. As we exit the freeway, it bounces off the white line a little bit, back into the highway, and then finally back out. There was a car behind me, so I was a little bit disconcerting. We do have good speed on the off-ramp all the way through the turn. Now, once we get through the turn and we're getting ready to enter back onto the next road, we'll see it's going to slow down. We're at 34. Now it's going to start to slow down a bit. Down to 25. I don't press the accelerator. Now it's going to pick up speed again. So it'd be nice to see it more consistent in that turn. We're going to come up on a pretty bad accident here. I'm going to turn around, come back through it. Car needs to go straight. It gets into the right lane, and now it has nowhere to go. We'll let this go and see what happens. This keeps inching up. Finally decide it's not going to be able to go anywhere, so I'm going to take over and bail out to the right. The car needs to put its turn signal on much sooner. Right now it'd be great. I could signal to that white car. It is safe to go. Finally get the turn signal, which is, I think, far too late. This white car could have taken advantage of my turn signal and made a right turn much earlier. So the car needs to improve on that. Once it gets in here, we're going down from 13 down to 5 miles an hour. We'll be, again, pretty timid at this stop sign. Full stop, kind of creeps, stops, starts to creep again. Really slow, annoying people around me. So I'm going to push the accelerator a little bit. So just a little bit too slow in this parking lot for human-like driving conditions. Coming up on a left turn that the car, again, is a little bit too timid. Once these next cars with their headlights on pass, there's nobody behind them. I'm going to sit here for a couple of seconds. Feel like the car's not going to move, so I'm going to press the accelerator yet again to power through this intersection. Again, car being a little too timid. Let's see if the car can get out of this parking lot. We're actually at a Tesla service center. Stopped by just for a quick visit. Exit up here on the right. You can see the tentacle flipped out to the right. They can see it. We'll miss the turn. Thought maybe you can go to the left here. There's a way around the building. Can't really make that turn either, so it's going to just dead end itself into these trash cans. So we'll take over and continue on manually to get out to the main road. Kind of aggressively cut in front of that car. Now it's going to make a left turn. That's going to wait for that car to cut in front of to get to the left lane. Okay, made it. What's it doing now? It's okay. Annoying, stopping, going really slow. I'm going to press the accelerator to get it moving. It's kind of lost here. Not very elegant trying to get through that intersection. Pretty bad. braking for a long time here. Really slow. It's hesitant around these cars. I'm going to push the accelerator again. Cannot get through here. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Come up on a roundabout. We'll see the car go to the left lane and then halfway through ping pong back to the right lane. It just probably should have stayed in this outside lane the whole time. At least it came through smoothly and didn't slow down. But again, why the need to keep changing lanes? Another little roundabout. Pretty easy. First exit off. Smooth. No slowdown. So good there. This has to be a bug. I'm going to disengage for the railroad track. I won't go over too fast. But now I cannot get the steering wheel back to re-engage FSD beta. So let's just play this out and see how long it takes. Really should be no issue. This is perfectly clearly marked road and nothing to do either with the rain. I had this bug pop up on the other day on perfectly dry road. So there's a bug here where sometimes you cannot get the steering wheel back. It popped up a few times. I would try to engage it, but it wasn't. There was a second because it was not fast enough to get to it. Popped up again for still. Almost got it. Missed it again. Now, still not there. And finally it comes back. On previous builds, I had it dive into these striped white areas. There's a little bit at the end, not as bad as the previous build, but still diving into that area where it shouldn't be. Turning around in a business off the main road, I could re-engage FSD beta, so I thought I would see if the car could get out. Tentacles flipping back and forth, so I'll give it some time, let it sit there and think, see if we can get out of this parking lot. Still no movement. So here in a second, I'm going to take over and manually push my way out of the parking lot. V11 is much better at getting down to speed faster. We're in a 40 zone. Here's the 25 sign to the right. Notice we go from 40, now hitting down to 31, now down to 25 pretty quickly. I don't know if that's enough to get us out of a speeding ticket, but it's better than it was. It needs to make a left turn up here. It's veering to the right. It's going to completely miss the turn. Pretty jerky here. Pretty sloppy. Guess beta's still trying to figure out its mistake. So it's going to reroute itself around the block and try and make that left turn. We'll fast forward as it makes its way around the block, then spends a good amount of time waiting for a gap to get out and make that left attempt again. Finds a gap. It's got some confusing lane lines here, like an old lane line. It's in the turn lane. Struggles to get over a bit. Finally gets over here to the turn lane and safe to make the left turn. We'll get the green protected arrow and makes a pretty decent, good acceleration and a smooth left turn. So finally good to see a good smooth left turn tonight. Only one wide lane. Go. Okay, finally found a gap. All right. All right, this was good. Did a good job on this one. Give that a passing grade.